Breaking news, Michael Avenatti might be going down big time. This is just coming out as we've been filming, but he has been charged with attempting to extort Nike from $20 million, $20 million. And so we've got just the initial details of this. It's literally breaking on Twitter right now. According to a charging document from the Southern District of New York, which has been busy lately, Avenatti attempted to extract the money by, quote, threatening to use his ability to garner publicity to inflict substantial financial and reputational harm on the company if his demands were not met. Specifically, he said that he was going to have a press conference alleging misconduct to get all of this money. More charges might be forthcoming. He already has some legal issues. So look, again, we don't know the merits of this. I'm assuming they have a strong paper trail if they're willing to allege this. But you gotta respect the balls on someone who tries to take $20 million from Nike.
Right. This just makes me feel bad for Stormy Daniels, and it all goes back to, like, you've got like half the country, not even half, but the loudest part, at least these days, of the country just bashing this woman forever, and now her lawyer repeatedly is in like scammer type trouble, and it just doesn't make her look good, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know. It's just like,
Yeah, and I think, look, that's all tied in with the fact that the ridiculous stigma around any form of sex work continues to this day, continues not just in conservatives. Like, there are lots of people who identify as being either centrist or on the left who still have a little bit of weird views about people who do that. Why do they do that? They're inherently a little bit more suspect. And so it becomes more difficult to even get legal representation.
Right.
And maybe makes you more susceptible to ending up with someone who might be a bit of a sleazeball. Again, I don't know the content of the charges or whatever, but I can say, sort of zooming out from this particular thing about Michael Avenatti, what is wrong with our society?
What is wrong with our society?
So my thing, I was talking about this in one of the breaks. It is very difficult to identify people that have achieved significant followings online in the last few years without being hot garbage.
Yes.
Like we were AOC, the Parkland kids, Chrissy Teigen.
Oh,
maybe
Jamila.
That's it, really. Maybe there's some more, maybe you can think of some, but otherwise, people just want trolls and a-holes and liars and grandstanders and people who push nothing but themselves. I mean, Scaramucci's a thing. When I say that name, you know who I mean. That's an indictment of America right there.
Right.
And Avenatti's another one. Why do they have such weird names? Why can't I be one of those? Idarola, man, he's an a-hole. Nope, I don't push myself enough.
I'm sure people say that.
Yeah, probably.
Not for like logic, but I'm
anyway,
sure people
it's just
say that.
like, he's super famous and probably super wealthy. Maybe not at the end of this. He might be in jail and he might have to give up all of his money or whatever. But yeah, like he was able to really ride those waves, man.
And it's weird because like I guess I'm not one to say what if you get a platform and you run for it and are able to make some money from it. It's hard for me to be mad at that about anybody. Like people complain about just people involved with like Black Lives Matter, and some of them have been able to like become famous and make money from that, and I don't hate that at all.
Who would?
Right. So I'm not mad that like this lawyer who was involved in this big case and like made a bigger name for himself from that. It just it doesn't feel good. You know?
Like that's a good point. If there are people, activists, who are able to get followers, I mean, I would include AOC sort of as one of those, and that is good. That's the pure way, and it's very rare. But the vast majority of people, like you have to play to people's worst instincts to get them to pay attention to you, and that's not how it should work. But seemingly it is, and
I thought he didn't have to do all of this.
Michael Avenatti?
Yeah.
No, he could have just been a lawyer. But the thing was, he was her lawyer. He started getting on TV, and you like it, and it gets under your skin. You just want to be on TV more. And I don't have that addiction because I will never be allowed near a TV. I can't even own a TV. I do own a TV. But they want more of it, and so they have to go crazier. So Ken Klippenstein, who's one of the friends of the show, he tweeted, this is just, I'm not endorsing this.
Okay,
I'm just saying it.
Retweets are not endorsements. This is just
exactly.
a verbal retweet.
That's another pointless caveat. Doesn't matter that you give it, but you give it anyway. He said Michael Avenatti is I think he said the Democrats' Jacob Wohl. And it's true, like Jacob Wohl is way more famous than I'll ever be. Even though he has never done anything except lie to people and own himself.
Right.
And he alternates between those two things, lie, own, lie, own. That's it. but he's super famous, probably has a bunch of money, definitely drives a nicer car than me. That's how you make it. You just be awful and unapologetic. If you apologize, you're done. They will tear you down.
That's been the blueprint, since the beginning of time.
I feel like it's easier now with social media.
Okay, I'll go with that.
It's unfortunate. Anyway, again, we have very few details about this. I'm not saying he's guilty of anything except for the things that I've implied he's guilty of in terms of his personality, but not legally. Anyway, more to come. Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.